Okay, now guys, this is where things take a crazy turn because they had a riot at a close by prison, so we end up getting the majority of their inmates. Now, a lot of other inmates went to other prisons, so that's why I wanted to kind of explain this episode a little different because things get real crazy, and these are all facts, and the timeline is accurate. At this point, I've been in this prison only 13 months on a 36-month sentence. That's 3 years. And I've only been in here for 13 months. So at my 13-month mark, we end up getting a transport containing more prisoners. Now, the way they ran their prison was totally different. And they brought these ways to our prison. Sleep late, lose weight. We go to chow and we come back to the tier. As we coming back to the tier, they're rushing inmates into each different tier. And now we're getting so many inmates that we're overpopulated. So now I'm noticing that half this line look like most of these guys are queens. And as the CO populate them, he's counting. 253, 254, 255, 256. He's counting how many inmates. So the COs know they overpopulating this tier. I mean, you got guys now 5 to a cell in some parts. I'm getting actual 2 new inmates. Cause on the last episode, you know, the OG jugged up the youngster in my cell. So now I'm getting 2 brand new cellies. Now, all the inmates that came in and got their placement, so as my new cellies go in, I go in to meet them and greet them. Man, what's up with y'all boys? My name G, bro. All right, I'm called. I'm Wesley, big dog. Say, big dog, how it is up in here? So I give both of my new cellies the whole rundown, and my other cellie, who still was my old cellie, he runs it down too, letting them know about all the queens and shit we already got, and they tell me about the queens that came with them from their prison. So we just exchanging information and we finding out whatever we need to find out. So as we leaving out of our cell, I tell them about Beast and they get the, man, we had one in the prison where we was, but thank God he got shipped somewhere else. So I'm taking them out the cell to go introduce them to the team. So as I introduce them to the team, they dap up the team or whatever. To make a long story short, they end up saying, could they fuck with us, you know what I'm saying? Because they don't know nobody but them 2 that came on the transport from the other prison together. And we say, fucking right, cool. And they seem like cool dudes, so they start rocking with us tough. So now our crew consists of Carlton, Wesley, Doc, Homer, Lako Baheen in the tier, Honore, and at this point, Roderick got sent out. Devin, Troy, who came on another transport, Pop, Pedro, Desmond, and Trey. Now, keep in mind as the story goes, because we got over 80-something inmates that just came in from another prison where a riot happened at. Okay, let's get into the story. Now, at this point, the whole crew is sitting on a bench. So as we see the queens, Wesley get the name in the queens. There's Shimon, there's Ned, there's Passion, there's Wakedrick, there's Wayman, there's Fizzle, and Kai. And he told us how these queens operate. They operate like renegades. They ain't no, you know, forceful taking nothing, but they be finessing boys to sleep with them and shit like that. Now the term renegade, what that means is queens that run wild. They be trying to sleep with every man in the prison if they could. And they don't operate like the traditional queen. They really think they're women and dress up and drag and things like that. So as he going naming people, he cut himself off and he say, see them right there? That's Trevor, Jared, Caleb, and Spencer. Now he say them the type of dudes you want to get on your team. And he right, because these dudes got some nice size on them. They ain't near about B-size, but these dudes look like they bought their business. Okay, so I had to give you all these people because they are very important to this story. So about an hour into us talking, the guards come in. We need all prisoners that came from Concordia to come line up to sign up from government mandated programs. So the guard lined them up and took them out. Now it's just the old inmates in this prison that been in here. So as they gone, Beast get to standing on the fucking table and get the He did all that damn hollering just to get everybody out there and get their attention. We gotta come up with some rules. There's too many motherfuckers in here now. We coming up with some rules, and I'm making the rules. For all these motherfucking queens we got up in here now, they better never show their penis to a straight man, especially me. For 2, queens better clean up every nigga cell that need his cell cleaned up. But nobody disrespect me. For 3, the first 2 benches belong to me and my crew. Don't disrespect or play with my crew. And all that motherfucking bringing weapons outside they cell, ain't no more of that. And no motherfucking snitching. All queens need to have shaved everything. Prison politics is in full effect. If 2 men got a problem, they gonna catch one-on-one. Ain't no crowding or jumping in. And if any member of anybody's crew violate prison policies, they can't be saved by their crew. In the last rule, everybody better follow Beast's motherfucking rules. So he up making all these broad-ass statements and ain't nobody said nothing. So them rules stand. But I ain't gonna even trip. Me and my crew was saying a lot of motherfucking rules is a lot of good rules. Except all that don't disrespect him and all that shit there. So about an hour and 45 minutes passed by where everybody just socializing and talking about this nigga getting up there, putting rules down and shit like that. All the inmates start coming back in. Now, they got these 3 dudes that's been hanging together since we seen them first walk in earlier. And we later found out that all 3 of them are cousins. Casey, Jesse, and Scott. Now, they pretty nice sized dudes too. All 3 of them is red, pretty boy looking type dudes. So soon as they come back in there, they go sit on the first bench. So Beast damn near broke his neck coming back out of his cell, running to them. Say that, little homies. These 2 right here, this for me and my crew right here. I'm gonna need y'all to go ahead and get up and shag ass. So they looks up at Beast, and they continue talking. You know what? I normally don't do this. I ask y'all to get the fuck up and get your bitch asses on. So Jesse is the oldest cousin, so he stands up. Shit, I ain't know we got a son. Boom! Next time I ask you bitch ass niggas to motherfucking do something. Your little hoe ass ain't get up. Boom! I'm running, go catch him and bring him here. Now, Casey got up and took the fuck off and ran back to his cell, and Beast made his homeboy go run him down, and they dragging him back. Come on, man, let me go, man. Pull your fucking... Don't ever disrespect me. Stomp his ass. Man, all that shit ain't really happen. Shit. That was his way of showing everybody who he was. Attempting to put fear so nobody play with him. And that shit worked. Cause all through the day, all you hear is, man, this dude Beast ain't nothing to play with, bro. Man, I don't want to deal with this dude. Now, after he done washed these dudes up, he go sit down to the benches and get his crew to come sit around him, and he feeling pretty good about himself. He got his hand in his pants, just posted up looking around like he's some type of guard or something. Okay, that shit happened. Then the doors pop back open, and it's the maintenance people with a brand new fucking TV. And Beast just sitting there, oh yeah, it's Beast TV. So he making all them stupid ass noises, so the maintenance people take the old TV out the cage, and they put the new TV in there. And as soon as they leave out there, he go with the bullshit again. Yeah, this motherfucker Beast TV, but no fucking body put their hands on Beast TV. Now at this point, everybody looking around at each other like, man, this nigga losing his fucking mind if he think he about to control the motherfucking TV. Now the new inmates, a lot of them done brought beef from the last prison they was in, so they start getting into it. Man, I had 19 motherfucking pills in the motherfucking cell. Shit, why you coming at me, man? Shit, I ain't take the motherfuckers. Bitch, you the only one seen where I put them at. Now, there's 2 new inmates named Marco and Gavin. They sellers at this prison, so apparently Marco seen what Gavin his X pills at. Bitch, you gonna stick? Come on in. Boom, boom. Yeah, boom, boom. Get on my dog. While Marco and Gavin was fighting head up one-on-one, Curtis snuck Gavin. Hold on. No, nigga, that ain't how that go. Now, Beast done got the fuck up and ran back there. Ain't got no dog in the fight, but he done ran back there and jumped in the middle of this shit. Why you snuck that man when 2 men handling business? Stay your puss. Beast had to hit this man and knock this man out. See, at this point, all Beast doing is laying his rules down, making his rules official and making sure niggas follow his rules. And once people start going about them and accept the rules, then that's what it is. See, if you notice, Beast got a deep-ass sword, but he implemented a one-on-one rule because when Lil Mexico and his homeboys crowded him, that must have put fear in Beast. So he don't want no crowding. If he could get you one-on-one, he feel like he could keep control over the whole prison. That's his biggest rule. That's why he went and knocked out Curtis, because Curtis snuck Gavin. Okay, now that shit calmed down. Now we all just sitting out there watching TV, some stupid ass shit that Beast done put on. So every now and then, we'll see one of the new queens, the flaming queens, go to the bathroom. And right after the queen go through the bathroom, one of the dudes from the new prison, they'll shortly follow. Now, 7 different times through the day, we see this shit happen. A flaming queen that's new to this prison goes to the bathroom, and a new inmate shortly follows. So while all this going down, I'm talking to one of my cellmates, and he get to running into me. Yeah, hey, bro, see where we come from? Man, they be fucking with them queens hard, like straight dudes, like going in that bitch, getting their dicks up, going fucking them queens, man. This is what they do, bro. So like on that 7th time that the new flaming queens and the new inmates go run back there, the queen team and Queen Sugar, they peeping this shit. So for the longest, besides Bryce and Baby Charles, the Queen team been the only queens in this prison that's rocking like this, and they don't like that shit. So they go walking back there. Now at this time, everybody's still off into their TV because the bitch just got in here, so everybody's just deep off into the TV. Then all of a sudden you hear, if y'all bitches think y'all about to come into my house like that, you hoes got me fucked up. Shit, every trade up in this bitch is gonna be shared around, you heard me? So like half of us that's watching TV, we hear the shit brewing up. So we gets up and run back there. Now, a percentage, they stay watching this fucking TV, so me and my crew, we part of the ones that runs back there. Now, when we get back there, Queen Sugar in the midst of really laying down the law to them motherfuckers. Girl, I ain't mean no disrespect. This just how we used to do it. Well, as long as you hoes know how we coming, we got a mutual understanding and shit. We understand each other. Now, at this point, Queen Sugar let the flaming queens go. Then old boy tried to go right after them. Baby, where you think you going? I only fuck with them queens that look feminine, man. I don't fuck with you man-looking niggas. Bitch, what? Grab that hoe. What the fuck y'all think y'all doing? Now, this dude, he a new inmate here, and he come from that other prison that had a riot, and he don't know how they rocking up in here. Let me go. Bitches fucking or get fucked. Bitch, stop moving. Don't rock like that. Flip that hoe over, send him. This how we do. Oh. Ooh, that bitch good. Now, we standing there with about 8 or 9 dudes from the other prison, and what I gather from it, Concordia got a little money out there, so they prison kind of run up to code. But they done got shipped to somewhere that's straight outlaw. Now, most of these dudes that done got shipped here, they terrified. They ain't done seen too much. They done seen some of this shit, but it happened every now and then. But in this prison right here, it's politically ran, and it's mostly for kickbacks to the judges, to the DAs that's really sending prisoners here, second offenders. Now, like I said in the beginning, we get some first-timers, but this prison is to mainly send you there and fill beds. So we got the worst of the worst in this prison. And there's other prisons that's worse than this prison. And now you can't judge this prison by today's standard. We talking about the 90s and the early 2000s. Okay, now the new prisoners that just got here, they done witnessed for the first time how shit happened in this prison. So all our new cellmates and fellow teammates is in shock. They can't even believe it. Now, we all going to walk back to our benches to sit down and finish watching TV, and I'm explaining to them, man, you need to keep your eyes open, because all that shit that you was doing and living in your prison, it ain't like that up in here, baby. This shit has been going down from the moment I got up in here. And I explained to them about the inmate that was a predator that I seen them kill when I first got up in here. They can't even believe that. Now, one of the new inmates do say, man, I had been hearing about this bitch, man. I hadn't seen some shit on the news that happened here. And I explained to him, well, yeah, it happened here, but that happened on another tier. Talking about the inmate that got stabbed with the shears. So now we back sitting on the bench and we just talking and running and shit, and they want to know more and more and more and how to conduct themselves. And this shit end up working out good for us because they actually so scared they pledged their allegiance to our crew. So me and Doc actually get up and we walk off. Now at this point, we laughing at them and just talking and discussing some shit. And Doc say, G, man, we gonna have to come up with a name for this shit, bro. Man, these dudes ain't never seen no shit like this, man. So Doc already heard about the Njcip crew in the last prison. So I say, man, let's name this bitch Njcip Crew 2nd Edition. No, man, let's come up with something original, man, something we both can be started. So we get to shooting names by each other and nothing ain't really vibing with us. So we just get to talking about how we just gonna start punishing bitches. First nigga get out of line, we punish them. So me and Doc just get to talking, and before you know it, Doc say, the real Wrecking Crew. And I say, Wrecking Boys. So that's how the Wrecking Boys / Real Wrecking Crew got started. Now y'all gotta keep in mind, I'm 20-something, Doc 22, so we really still about a lot of ignorant shit. You know, we trying to be level-headed dudes, but we surrounded by a bunch of demons, so you can't be an angel. So everything you do, you gotta base it on ignorance, cause that level-headed shit'll get you killed in a place like this. Half of you probably don't even believe most of this shit took place. After I done showed you clips after clips after clips of this shit taking place in the 90s in other prisons. Now, I give you maybe the violating of inmates probably calm down, and that's only after cell phones start getting snuck into the prisons. Because before then, prison was these guys' only world. It wasn't no world outside of it. We are the reason they started the Big Buddy program, the boys' homes and boys' clubs and different shit like that. Because this generation from the 80s to the 90s, I was born in 1977. So in the 80s, I was in boot camp as a juvenile. Bridge City to Lula boot camp. Most of y'all know these prisons and most of y'all know me from being on Brown Hall in Bridge City and in Trap Fox or in Bravo in Tallulah Boot Camp before they turned into a satellite camp. So after that talk, me and Doc decided to say, fuck it, man. Everybody else getting ignorant, we gonna get ignorant too. We go sit back down with the new inmates that we talking to and the rest of our crew, and I see the dude Melvin and his homeboy that me and Doc had just bust up the other day, the one that said, I'm good. So they standing there talking to another inmate that just came to this prison on that last transport. He a kind of big cut dude, and you could tell there's some shit being said because they just staring at us with a stupid look on their face. Now, I'm still kind of hyped up from me and Doc talk, the Wreck Boys / Real Wrecking Crew. Man, what the fuck y'all niggas looking at? What the fuck you looking at? Now, at this point, I don't know how they know each other, and I don't give a fuck, but you could tell they done turned this nigga into a rider on their team because he doing all the talking and he just got in this prison. So me and him have backwards and forward words until it gets to the point Doc say, man, what you want to do with this nigga? So he got his shoes on at this point, and I got my shoes on at this point. So Doc basically get to setting the whole fight up. Man, tell your boy shit, let's head to the back. We ain't gotta make no big scene shit. My nigga G ready. Shit, I don't need no nigga to alibi me, nigga, let's go. So me and him get to the back, we swearing up and shit, and we walking around in a circle cause nigga trying to look for a good point of attack. So as I come around to where Melvin's standing there, this bitch stick his feet out, and I ain't looking down. I stumble over his fucking feet. And as soon as I do that, his boy rushed me. Now his feet tripped me and I'm falling backwards. Boom, boom. Oh boy catch me with two hard bitches right here and right here. That's what pushed my teeth back right there. Now the bitch can fight, so I gotta shake back. So I'm kind of switching up my set just to get his timing in. Now anybody that know me vouch for this. If G get your timing in and you doing the same shit over and over, he gonna calculate it and knock you out cause he a thinker. So the dude I'm fighting named Benjamin, and he done got super tight with Melvin and his homies. So I keep seeing he'll go down low and then he'll come up high. And he'll catch me with that shit about 4 or 5 times in a row. Boom, boom. So I thought about Instructor Gibbons, what he was telling us, and he did that drawback lick. So old boy tried to throw that shit again, down here and up here. So by me throwing that feint lick down to his body and pulling it back, he covered up. Boom, boom, boom. See, me, I always been the type of dude to say, long as you fight, you always come out a winner. It's when you don't fight when you lose. See, this the moment. Even though I knew I was a good fighter and a good boxer, but this moment is what gave me all my confidence and took away all the fear, because I knew I had the ability to think and outthink my opponent. Guys, I gave you this episode to really get caught up, and plus pay attention to this episode because it's very important. We're gonna have the finale within the next 5 episodes.